What if I told you that human beings, yes, the same species that invented pizza, Wi-Fi, and memes, once thought that the best way to attract a partner was to throw spears at them, kidnap them, or in some cases, smash their teeth out with rocks? Sounds insane, right? Well, buckle up, because human history isn't just about building pyramids or writing poetry. Nope. It's also about some of the dumbest, most dangerous, and downright embarrassing mating rituals ever recorded. And the craziest part? Some of these so-called ancient traditions aren't so ancient at all. They've just evolved, like a bad software update, into the awkward, cringy dating habits we still see today. So let's go on a little safari through time and peek at the 5 worst mating rituals in human history. Spoiler alert. After this, swiping right on Tinder won't seem so bad. 1. Bride kidnapping. Love at first abduction. Our story begins with one of the most romantic traditions ever: kidnapping your future wife. Yes, in many cultures from Central Asia to Africa, if a man wanted a woman but didn't feel like going through all that pesky stuff, like talking to her, getting to know her, or asking her parents, he'd simply grab her off the street, throw her on a horse, and boom, instant marriage. It wasn't just a one-time crazy thing. In places like Kyrgyzstan, this bride kidnapping was practiced for centuries and even made a comeback in the 20th century. Imagine walking home after buying bread and suddenly some dude on horseback decides you're the love of his life. That's not romance. That's a crime scene. And here's the kicker. The family often went along with it. Why? Because if the girl was kidnapped, it would be shameful for her to return home unmarried. Translation: once she's snatched, her choices are gone. Ever had a friend say, "He just wore me down until I said yes"? Yeah, emotional hostage taking is just the 2025 version of bride kidnapping, only now it's done with guilt trips, not horses. 2. Tooth chipping, because nothing says sexy like pain. Now let's travel to Indonesia, where some tribes believed the secret to beauty was filing down your teeth into sharp little points. Yes, young women, sometimes men, would sit while an elder took a chisel and hammered their teeth into fang-like shapes. Why? To look attractive, of course, because apparently shark chic was the hot aesthetic. The sound alone, metal against enamel, echoing in the forest, is enough to make your dentist retire. And this wasn't optional. Girls were told, no man will marry you with those boring, flat teeth. You weren't just judged on your personality or your cooking. You were judged on how much your mouth resembled a vampire's. Modern parallel. Today we spend thousands on veneers, braces, and whitening strips, grinding down perfectly healthy teeth just to look better. So while we laugh at ancient tribes with their pointy teeth, half of Instagram is out here with bleached smiles that glow like headlights. Ritual 3. The Aztec bloodletting. Nothing says I love you like stabbing yourself. In the grand hierarchy of bad dating ideas, stabbing yourself repeatedly with cactus needles has to be near the top. The Aztecs believed that love, fertility, and basically the entire universe ran on a fuel source of human blood. Not just sacrifices of enemies, sometimes it was your own body on the line. If you wanted to attract a partner, you'd perform auto-sacrifice. Translation: take a sharp piece of obsidian or a cactus spine and jab it into your tongue, ears, or brace yourself, genitals. Yes, romantic serenades with literal blood. Picture poor Tenoch, a nervous 17-year-old Aztec boy, head over heels for a girl named Xochitl. Instead of nervously rehearsing pickup lines like, "Hey, wanna go watch the sunset over Tenochtitlan?" he's in the corner skewering himself, dripping blood into a ceremonial bowl, hoping this convinces her that he's serious about commitment. And let's be clear, if you didn't bleed enough, people would judge you. Imagine your friends today saying, "Bro, you only bought her flowers?" Back then it was, "Bro, you only pierced your tongue?" Weak. Real men jab obsidian through their dock. Now, fast forward to 2025. Have we really changed? Well, people still mutilate themselves for love, just with tattoos of their partner's name, piercings, or maybe cosmetic surgeries because she likes jawlines. Pain for romance hasn't gone anywhere. It just swapped cactus needles for laser machines. Still, at least you don't have to worry about bleeding out during your hinge date. Ritual 4. Viking bride raids. Because nothing says love like pillaging a village. If you think the Vikings were all horned helmets and mead, let's ruin that fantasy. Their version of courtship often involved straight-up raids. Imagine this. A group of burly men with axes storm into your peaceful village. They set huts on fire, smash everything in sight, and then, oh look, they grab the prettiest women and sail away. Congratulations, you're now a bride. The Vikings had a simple philosophy. If you can steal livestock, you can steal wives. And the sagas didn't even try to hide it. For them, capturing women wasn't just about marriage, it was about status, alliances, and proving your manhood. Let's give this a character spin. Bjorn, a 20-year-old raider, tells his mom, "Don't worry, I'm going courting." Fast forward 6 hours. He's dragging Astrid across the deck of a longship while she's kicking and screaming. His mom's at home bragging, "Ah, young love." Now here's the kicker. Do we still see Viking behavior today? Well, no one's raiding villages in dragon boats anymore, but modern dating sometimes feels like a raid. People swipe like they're looting profiles, ghost like they've abandoned settlements, and steal partners from friends. Some dudes even brag about taking someone's girl like it's a trophy. The spirit of conquest is alive. It just wears gym shorts now instead of chainmail. And now, the long-awaited ritual number 5, Victorian courtship, the world's longest, most boring job interview. Finally, we arrive at the Victorians, those prudish, uptight people who somehow turned flirting into a 3-year bureaucratic nightmare. Forget passion, forget spontaneity. Courtship in the 1800s was basically filling out paperwork while wearing 20 pounds of clothing. A man would call at a woman's house, supervised by her entire family. If he survived that, he'd leave his calling card. If she didn't return it, congratulations, you were ghosted, 19th century style. Physical touch? Forget it. A glance across the parlor was considered spicy. Accidentally brushing hands while reaching for the teapot? Scandalous. Imagine writing in your diary, "Dearest journal, today he looked at my ankle. I may faint." Here's the kicker. Men and women literally had to master fan language. A woman could say yes, no, maybe, or ask me later with the way she flicked her hand fan. One wrong flick and boom, you've accidentally told some dude you're ready to elope. Fast forward to today, and honestly, not much has changed. Instead of fans, we've got emojis. A winky face means something entirely different than a smiley face. One wrong emoji, and suddenly you've proposed marriage. Victorians had fan miscommunication. We have text miscommunication. Humanity never learns. Now you learnt this. Which one would you be trying out? Just know, some of them would either land you in jail or in a hospital. So hit that subscribe button and like button for more videos like this.